Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. One day late. Thanks for all your patience, you guys. We know it was supposed to be yesterday. We wanted to get a few more of your questions in. So we do have some Q&A questions, Ryan. I should mention that.
Yes, I know I was thrown for a second. I almost said happy Wednesday, and I was like, psych, we're doing it a day later this week.
Yes, and there's a lot to cover today. Oops, sorry, I got Amy Porterfield on my phone here. Lot going on, a lot of updates. I think we should start potentially with the Kickstarter announcement. Should we show that?
Yes, let's kick that off.
Let me share my screen. Okay, so if you guys have been hearing about our software, we launched we are launching a new software that is all really for listing optimization. We've been working on this for 7-8 months. We have a whole team. This is a separate company, you guys. We have a whole team who's been working on this. Our students have been using it, and I can show you some of the results so far. But we are launching this on Kickstarter. So I'm going to put the link here, and you get a really great discount if you are an early backer, and you will get slightly early access as well in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, and Dylan said this is a all-in-one optimization tool, you guys. So it's going to build your listing, create your SEO, all of that. You literally put in a photo, you start answering questions. So it's going to cut that creation time down immensely. So far the students that have been using it have really loved it. So
Yeah. And maybe if you're curious how it's gone, let me show you an example. I'm just in our platform. Some people think our platform looks like Facebook, but this is actually not Facebook. Here's a couple of examples. So here's TO. One other thing I want to say, it was so funny. I was on a call yesterday with someone, and we were going through kind of the platform, and they said, "Are these real people or are these like fake people?" I was like, "What?" Okay, so this is our platform. These are our students, and apparently they thought that we were creating these accounts and typing in like profiles and these, I mean, you can see their email address, you can see their names, their shops, their stats. So these are all real people. And, we're having one-on-one coaching conversations with these people, right? So we're going back and forth with them. Just wanted to be clear on that. But Tio shares his experience with etSEO. Tio, etSEO. I just caught that. He says, "Wow, love this tool. I created a listing yesterday using this tool and already got sales."
Mhm.
Awesome.
Yes.
And then we have another one. Kristen. She says, "I know etSEO is a separate company. I use the software to create this party favor listing for my shop. This software is addictively fast, and I have been able to post a few listings since the launch of this tool, which is a real game changer. Listings take me forever. Long story short, I listed the monster truck favors 2 days ago, and since then, I've had 2 customers purchase a combined 22 favors. Thank you for creating this tool." So, and it's so funny. I don't know if you saw this, Ryan, but she said, "Hesitant to invest, but no, it's a good idea. I paid for 10 listings, and if I made one sale, it pays for the SEO help on that one listing."
Exactly. And she just posted, I kind of have built a relationship with her, you guys, because I met her in May and we're Instagram friends and I follow everything she's doing. And she actually just yesterday used the software to post Thanksgiving favors. And she's already doing kits to keep kids entertained during the holidays. And she said that this software literally made it like 70% faster for her. So just imagine if she does that like 10 more times add up all that time that she's saving that she could then spend on order fulfillment because she does custom orders, or even better, hanging out with her kids and her husband, right? And not spending hours and hours and hours to create less listings. And here she is already saying and seeing that it's paying for itself. So such a great user experience from, one of our students that's been with us for a while.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype in our student community about this. This is
Mhm.
Saisha, by the way. She's our director of operations, and she's heavily, heavily involved here. But we did a big video about it for our students, and you do get a big discount if you do go through the Kickstarter. So we did put that link in the chat. Now, if you're like, I don't know if I want to do the Kickstarter, but I do want to be in the know on this tool, join our waitlist and you'll be hearing about the release very, very soon within the next few days well before the end of the month here.
Yes. And if you guys have any questions at all, go ahead and throw them in the chat. We'll try to answer some throughout. We do have some other announcements and stuff to cover. But yeah, I mean, just to echo Dylan's point earlier, and I know Dylan won't care that I'm doing this, but I have to echo this. Whenever we have someone that thinks that the testimonials aren't real or whatever, it's just kind of wild. I've been here for over a year, you guys, so almost like half of the company's existence. And I can tell you firsthand that every single person in this program is a real student. We've helped over 3,000 people. And we have testimonials that, we could spend this entire call talking about of all the people that we've helped. So I don't know who thinks that we have the time to create fake testimonials, because that would literally be impossible. And as Dylan said, all of the testimonials in here are linked to an actual account that you can literally message or reach out to. So, be cautious of, thinking otherwise, because all of the proof is in the pudding. And, our student testimonials, they do speak for themselves. And as Dylan said, we pride ourselves here in really helping our students in their journeys. And I can tell you, coming from the corporate retail background, Dylan and I worked together at Zappos and many real big corporations. And if this wasn't real, neither of us would be here. So just wanted to echo that rest assured, you will have real support in a real program. So.
Yeah, and it's also kind of rude to these people who are working so hard. Like Rebecca, like she's putting in her shop stats, right? She went from 3,500 in June to now over $30,000 in September for that month, and now she's on track for this month. She was trending to over 48,000. So she's working really hard. These are
Yeah.
really, really hardworking people. This is not easy or a get rich quick scheme or anything like that, but it's hard work and consistency. So just definitely, have some respect for the work ethic too.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, Coco, my throat is not sore, but thank you for the concern. Let's see. Gundega says, greetings from Europe, where we can look at trends outside Etsy if we are from Europe. Some suggestions.
Yes. So a lot of you, I do want to pull this up. If you have not seen our most recent video, it is doing quite well. This is kind of funny. I'm actually going to show you the back end of YouTube here. But this video, you guys are loving it. And it looks like we've seen a huge uptick in the popularity of this video. And I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the chat. This is all about finding trends that aren't on Etsy and 9 unsaturated trends. So definitely check this out. But for your question here, really my question for you is, who are you selling to? If you're in Europe, are you selling to Europeans? Are you selling to a US customer base? Like, who is your customer? And the method for finding trends for that customer is going to be slightly different. But no matter what, let me just show you this. You can apply the same strategies to find trends no matter where you are. Okay.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, Marian.
I was just going to say, and then, you actually queued this up for me. So never mind. I was going to say it's right here in the program. So Dylan's reading my mind, you guys.
Yeah. So how to find trends before they're on Etsy, part 1, 2, and 3. Will an item sell on Etsy? It doesn't matter what country you're in. It totally will apply to you. Yeah, so mostly US customers, easy. We give you tons of examples for all of these. Oh,
Yes, yes.
Carla is great. After watching your trends video, I started seeing them everywhere. Yes. And exactly right. So it's hard sometimes to pick up on trends if you don't know what you're looking for. But we have trend experts on our team. Actually, we have a whole area for trends within our program. It's part 10 here, trends to
Mhm.
watch for. And we update this. We give full trend analysis here, okay, for you. And yeah, it's just another thing we've added recently to add value.
Show the really quick, Dylan. So a fun trend on here, you guys, the pastels for holiday is
Mm.
very much a thing. I was driving in my neighborhood this morning really early to get a coffee, and I counted like 4 porches with pastel colored pumpkins. So just like this photo. So it very much is a relevant trend. And so this is a really fun section, you guys. And then another quick reminder I want to bring up that Gundega reminded me of is, if you aren't aware, you guys, this program helps people that live all over the world. So we have sellers that are not just in the US. We have sellers that live all over the world. I actually just had a private onboarding call this week with a new Inner Circle member that lives in Australia that has like a 15-hour time difference with me. And they got on early in their morning, and they're a partner selling team. So just to remind you, if you're interested in joining, we help sellers all over the world in many different time zones, which is super exciting. And then, hi,
I'll grab
Carla.
I'll grab our coaches. Also, yeah, so and this person that Ryan had a call with, they do print on demand, and their goal is to be making about $600,000 a month. Okay, that is their goal with their shop. So we don't just work with beginners; we also work with people who, um, we have some people doing 1 to 8 million per year in that range. So, uh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's who that Ryan was speaking to. But should we go through our team maybe a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. This is, I'll cue it up and I'll let Dylan go into more specifics. But so we have a team of 12 coaches, you guys, that live all over the world that are working 24/7 for our students, right? 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and in multiple time zones. And they all have really awesome, unique specialties. All Etsy sellers, very experienced Etsy sellers, and then they have certain specialties as well. And a lot of them do calls on these topics and things like that. So Dylan's going to kind of go through the document just to kind of show you some of the versatility that you can expect in the coaching program.
Yes, but I do have to. Can I highlight this comment? Did you see this?
Oh my God. Yes.
Some
That's like an amazing compliment. And like,
that's
I'm obsessed with the Kardashians. So,
me me too. Some people it's funny, some people would be, like, insulted by that, but thank
uh-huh.
you. I really appreciate that. Um, but
Yeah.
we have Coach Lindsay. Now Coach Lindsay's in the UK. She specializes in print on demand, sourcing, spreadsheets, listing optimization, SEO, Plannable. Coach Saskia is our coaching lead. She's also in the UK. She actually does everything basically,
Mhm.
every category you can imagine. Really great. She works closely with our inner circle, our elite inner circle. And I collaborate with her. I have a Slack channel going with her all day where we are strategizing on shops together. So, Saskia, it's funny. We actually just had, um, what was it? It was last month. We had one of our elite inner circle members, Anna. She's like, I want to double my sales. So Saskia and I were going back and forth. Okay, this is the plan we'd recommend. We gave her, it's really one whole shop strategy. It doubled her sales within 30 days. We just went and actually gave that same strategy to another student. And I just posted this last night. I don't know if you guys are following on Instagram, but someone asked how to double their revenue, gave them a plan, and oh, you can't quite see here, but within 48 hours since implementing the strategy, doubled our sales and revenue. Looks like we're trending to double for the next 30 days.
Mhm.
So you guys, like, we collaborate as a coaching team behind the scenes all the time.
Yeah.
Natalia, military. Vet also specializes in handmade, inventory management, also wholesale. She has a killer wholesale business herself as
Mhm.
well. Sierra, laser, strong laser background, um, SEO, handmade, really design, aesthetic. She's great with that. Sam, she is great with everything, but especially digital. She's in the US. Sabina, Czech Republic for now. She's a jet setter. So never quite know where's Sabina today. Um, but heavily on print on demand and handmade. Shannon does really every category. She leads a lot of our coaching calls. Coach Winnie, she's actually an attorney in New York, in the US here. Really great presentation coming to our summit all about sourcing. She actually went to Asia and did a lot of that herself. Do you want to take over the rest?
Yeah, so Candace, she's great too. She lives in Montana, you guys. So she's also going to be presenting at our summit. She actually did a snippet of that for a preview that we did. We did have to reschedule our summit, by the way. So more details to come on that. If you're interested in attending, it will likely be in January. And there might be some seats left. So just keep that in mind if you want to attend. She's a graphic design major. So she has a ton of experience in that and does calls on that. She also is a very big like schedule person, and did a call on how to like schedule out your day and like what you should be spending at this time of the day and this time of the day and when you should fulfill your orders and all of that. So she's really great. Then we have Iona, who lives in Australia, and she is really big in digital. She is a mom, full-time Etsy seller. She's one of our newer coaches. She's really awesome. And so she's really great for our students that live across the world. Then we have Andrea, who also lives in Europe. And she's really great as well. Big resource for POD. People love her coaching. And she's in the Netherlands. Then we have Jen, who is our newest coach. She's a
Mm.
former teacher, which I think is really great when you are trying to teach material and things like that. She lives in Florida, and she has a lot of jewelry and accessories experience, and she's just a really positive light and really believes in customer service. So we have a really great coaching team here, and Dylan is, like she said, still injecting in there here and there, but we love our team.
Yeah. So the team, we surround you with support, and we're moving towards an account manager style. So you're working with 2 to 3 coaches plus me, and we work very closely with you. I also put in the etSEO Instagram because we have a lot of updates and actually some giveaways happening here for etSEO. So we almost forgot to put that, but our marketing manager Kendall would kill me if I didn't remember this. So
Mhm.
we have 3 giveaways going, one for a small listing bundle, one for a medium listing bundle, and then one for a large listing bundle. So you just click on it. I would honestly enter all 3.
Mhm.
Um, and we actually don't have a ton of entries, but it's really inspiring what the entry looks like. So read through these as well. Um, Definitely give it a follow. If you're curious, who is Kendall? This is her. Check her out. She literally ran and jumped into a pool with her clothes on at our video shoot last week.
Yes. So everyone's
Den
homework that's on this call right now is to go follow our profile and enter the giveaway.
yeah, maybe she'll jump into the ocean. We'll see.
I mean, if we hit milestones of followers, we got to up the ante for her. So next time we'll tell her to jump out of a plane and go bungee jumping. I might go with her and we'll film content for the site. No. Oh my
Oh my god.
gosh. So funny.
We have some questions. Let me get some questions up. Well, we had some in Facebook, and I'm also gonna grab them right from Instagram.
Yes.
Okay.
And Dylan, can you go ahead when you get a second as well, and post our booking link, you guys? We're going to
Yes.
post that as well. So if you're interested in joining our program, you can click this link, and it is a free call where you will talk to one of our team about what your goals are and figure out if it's a good fit for you. And one of the great things, and Dylan will expand on this, is that No person is the same here. It's not a one size fits all approach. So we do customize what's going to work for you and for your journey within our program.
Right, and these are qualification calls, so we actually we actually accept about 6 out of 10 people. 4 out of 10 we do turn away just because we wanna make sure it's the right fit, right? We don't want someone thinking, "I'm gonna buy this program and make money." No, we want someone who's gonna say, I'm gonna invest in my business. I'm gonna
Mhm.
take the actions that they recommend, and that's how I'm going to make money." So there is
Yes.
action involved, okay? This is I cannot stress that enough, and I feel like just I'm, like, beating a dead horse, right? But,
Mm,
that was really graphic, but, um, the whole idea of buying a program and making money from buying it, like, it's not how this works.
mm,
Anytime you're seeing our testimonials, which we have over 2,000 of these, if you're like, "Where do I find these?" Go to Instagram, there's 1,400 here. You just click on results, 14, 13, 12, all the way back to 1. They each hold 100 testimonials, and these are actually people right in the program. You can see their names and their stats and all of that here. Okay, we do blur out sensitive information, okay,
mhm.
to protect them, but, you can actually see their results. So on the call, yeah, you can learn more about this. Um, oh, we just had a quick question. In the SEO, after you generate the title, description, and tags, there's a section of keywords. Where do they need to be put in listing? Some people, these are optional. Some people like to put that at the bottom of their description. A lot of people also like to put that in their blogs, in their Shopify site. Um, it's basically just an extra SEO bank for you to leverage wherever you might need it.
Yep, absolutely. And then here's another quick question from Neri. Did you reach out to a customer who left a 4-star review? This is her review. It's the right size for my product. I'm unsure if I should contact her about her review.
Mm. You know what she sounds like, Mary? She sounds like someone who can never be pleased. Nothing's ever
Yes.
there's some people who just will never say something's 100%, and, uh,
Yep.
I think it's also sometimes how people grow up, like, nothing's ever good enough,
Mhm.
never satisfied,
Yep.
and, I actually got a review once like that, and I did reach out, and she said, "Well, I just never give anything a perfect score." I was like,
Mhm.
"Okay."
Yep, I know. We all know people like that in our lives, you guys, right? Where you're like out with someone and they're like, I would never give someone 100%, or I would never give someone 5 stars or a perfect score, or I'm never going to give a waiter more than 20% tip or whatever. That's just to Dylan's point. It's really hard to break people of that. And unfortunately, you will encounter that. Sometimes there's going to be people that will never be fully satisfied, but we do the best that we can.
Yeah, they stick to their guns. So,
Mhm.
I would just to say thank you on that review, lock it in, and move on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Here's some questions. I don't know if you can read these, Ryan. Um, can you read that?
Not as
Okay.
well. With the holidays coming up, what is the best way to add a gift box option for them to add on from Jenny, right? Is that right? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so it looks like, you're wanting to add a gift box add-on. Now, you can have a separate listing, like an add-on listing, but your conversion rate on that is gonna be so much lower versus just building it into the variations. So I would just build it into the variations. Your conversion rate will be twice as high if you do it that way versus making them click on a separate listing that says gift box add-on. The conversion on that will just be so low. So bake it right into the listing.
Yes.
In your earlier videos, you said to at least get 500 listings, and in newer ones, you say that isn't necessary. Did you change your stance on that? Wow, I feel like a presidential candidate. Fact check, right? Like, is this a I'm sorry, I've been watching way too much, stuff lately, but no, so I'm curious what video you're talking about. So certain categories, right? Like let's say you're selling SVGs, right?
Mhm.
SVGs, clip art, right? You're gonna need to be well above that if you're wanting to hit a certain threshold with your income. Now, if you're really using the 7 types of products framework, right? You really shouldn't need to be at that to hit your financial goals. It just depends on what your financial goals are. Some people come in, they just want to make a couple $1,000s a month. Some people want to make a couple $100,000 per month. Okay.
Mhm.
It depends on your product category. There's also some spoof videos I've made of how to crash and burn with your Etsy shop. And a couple people thought I was serious in those. Um, Curious. Yeah. But let us know your product type, and we're happy to give you clear guidance on listing count.
Yes. All right. Any other chat questions? Throw them in, you guys, for our last few minutes. Trying to think, did we cover everything, Dylan? Any other fun announcements? I think we've covered pretty much everything.
Yeah, so let me put in the Kickstarter again. If you came in late here, early, basically discount code access here for our software etSEO. If you follow the Instagram, you will be getting the opportunity to get one of our bundles for free as well.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, I think I just really want to emphasize that, everyone we work with here in our program is hardworking and consistent. And these are real people. You can click on their names, you can see
Yep.
their email addresses, and
Yep.
uh, just have some respect for people who are willing to work hard in their
Mhm.
business. Yeah.
Absolutely. And this is a really good question from Raw Vegan Goddess. And yes, we have tons of jewelry sellers. We have a coach that sells jewelry, right? Dylan, you can probably expand on this about how much we talk about jewelry in our program. We have a lot of people that sell jewelry.
Yeah, yeah, we do. We have multiple coaches who are experts in jewelry, and actually quite a few testimonials that are about jewelry shops as well. So,
Mhm.
absolutely. And if you're curious how jewelry shops do, just email team@dylanjaris. I find with jewelry, usually your biggest issue is SEO. Most people who make jewelry are very focused on the product and the nuances of that design and that piece, and not enough on the purpose and utility. So we typically an SEO overhaul is what makes one of the biggest differences for you.
Yep. Awesome.
Oh, here's one more. Any plans to create a lower tier program from the ultimate Etsy course, but higher than the community? We've got it, you guys.
Mhm.
Let me grab that.
And you can get that right on the site. Just so you guys, if you're wondering, you can purchase it right there.
It's called the 3-week Etsy Kickstart. And this is really kind of a way to dip your toe in. I'll put a link to our 3-week Kickstart here, but you can see what's included. You can see testimonials and the modules as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a really good, like Dylan said, dip your toes in the water and then get like the basis. And then beyond that, then join the regular program, which just to cover a couple highlights for those of you interested in joining. So you get lifetime access to the courses amongst many other value items. So we can show really quick, Dylan, I think you might have it up really fast. We can show. So you get everything under what is called a new member hub in our program. So that will be lifetime access. And then in addition, you get 4 weekly group coaching calls in our program as well while you're in the coaching part of the program. But the value alone in the new member hub is just incredible, from onboarding calls, accountability calls, access to all of the coaching call, guest speaker, live recordings that Dylan and I do, the trends section, a resource section that we could probably spend this whole call talking about alone, because there's so much value in presentations and expanded topics in there. So it's a lot of value. It's not just the course itself. There's a lot of other value within this section that you get being one of our students. So,
Exactly, yeah, and we're always updating this, with new resources for you. Like I just recommended a top e-commerce resource to find trends. There's also an area where you can connect with people who will do your photography or your mock-ups for you. You can see
mm,
all of their portfolios right here. Right, if you're struggling with that, we have an accountability train to keep you on track for hitting your financial goals and your shop goals. Um, Yeah, we have also bonus tutorials uh, right here on different new strategies that are working really, really well. Okay. Um, so it's just a lot of how to hire your first VA, right?
Mhm. The wool and frog, are you talking about the Kickstarter link? They're saying that the link just says report or block. Can you double check that link, Dylan? The Kickstarter link and see if it works for you. I
Let's
think it
see.
should be fine now.
Press on that link you have. Woolen Frog. Let us know what link that was. I'm wondering if it was the Kickstart.
Yeah, it might be that one.
You might need a Kickstarter account potentially.
Mm,
Yeah. Someone just asked when you duplicate a single product with different keywords and photos, should you do that? Not if you don't have proof of concept. I see this be such a mistake people make. They basically take one listing and they just this their new shop, they take one listing and they keep duplicating it and they end up with 30 listings, but there's only 3 different products and they just duplicated each one 10 times.
mhm.
We really don't want to do that at all until you have proof of concept and product
Yeah,
market.
right. And if they're not fully optimized listings, you guys, then you're not doing yourself any favors by duplicating them before we're sure that that one listing is going to be effective and built in the right way. And we talk a lot about that in the beginning stages of our program, like, building listings in the right way. So that way, when you are working on the other ones, you're not going to have to go back and redo all of them. So it's one of the
Yeah.
biggest things we start with in the program.
And I'm curious if you guys are on our email list currently because we do have a really great free email course coming out in the next actually couple weeks here. I'm going to go ahead and put a link so that you can get notified of that. I'm going to put it in the chat, but this seems like it would be good for you if you're asking those questions. I just put in a link. It says 16-step checklist of daily actions for Etsy. Click on that. You'll get a 16-step checklist of things you should be doing right now. And then you will also be notified about that free email course, and it's going to be distributed through email. And this is really going to focus on visibility. It's really how to get visibility in your Etsy shop. That is the focus of this course. Okay. And the big thing we focus on is explaining clearly the Etsy algorithms. You know why you're not getting traffic and how to fix it. And we talk about quality scores. I think there's not enough conversation about your quality score in your shop. As soon as you start doing that strategy of duplicating something that's not selling, and now you have 30 things that are not selling, your quality score goes negative because your conversion rate is tanking. And now you are down in a 20-foot deep hole trying to get out. So we do not want to do that to ourselves. We're shooting ourselves in the foot by doing that.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, awesome. Well, that a lot of great questions. Check the chat wherever you're watching for all the resources we were giving you.
Hmm.
And if you have any other questions, reach out to team at Dylan Jarvis. And we hope you enjoyed this chat. If you're a student of ours, make sure to join us on, I believe it's Monday. We're having a mindset call for anyone in our program, whether you're in coaching or whether you're no longer in coaching. Please join it. We have some really important things to cover for you as we're, kind of getting knee deep into Q4.
Yes. We also have a speaking event next week on Tuesday as well to talk about how to expand into Shopify. So a lot of Etsy sellers, start to expand into Shopify. So another resource there that you guys can join on Tuesday with
Awesome.
Melissa, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, so join all these calls. I want to see you there. Be in attendance, take action, right? Ask a question, take action. And that's the only way to win. Okay.
Hmm. Yes. All right,
All right.
guys.
See you guys later. Bye.